Hello and welcome to the most unexpected edition of Breaking News Gate. Oh, first off, people who have subscribed to our channel, thank you so much. We are like 6 people away from 1,500 after almost 3 months. Not quite, but almost 3 months. And if there are 6 of you, you know who you are, and even more is better. But if you can go ahead, stop this video, press subscribe, and then play that button. And please join the family here at MNN. We would love to have you. Be glad to bring you into the fold and celebrate a wonderful celebration. All right, moving on. Now, I say Band-Maid, and you say, yeah, I know Band-Maid. And then I say America, and you say, yeah, I know. And some of you are like, yeah, I know. There's a Sonic Temple Festival coming up, the Welcome to Rockville Festival. And now I say America. You say, yeah. I say, wait. I say America next week. Next Friday, in fact. And you say, what? So let me explain. It was announced earlier today that Band-Maid will in fact be coming back to the States much earlier than expected, starting with February 3rd, and then February 4th, and February 10th. They will be the opening act for the Last Rockstars. Now, I'll get into who the Last Rockstars are if you don't know, and we'll get to that a little bit later. So February 3rd and February 4th, they will be opening at Hammerstein Ballroom. This is in New York. And after those 2 dates, they will be opening at the Palladium in LA on February 10th for the Last Rockstars. And now you ask, well, who are the Last Rockstars? I mean, you can go ahead and Google them. That's pretty easy to do. The Last Rockstars are a supergroup, a Japanese supergroup. Not exactly like the Traveling Wilburys from the 80s. Their music's a little bit more fresh. These guys are all rockers. These guys have all been around for a while. First, someone that most of you probably do know if you follow Japanese rock music at all is Yoshiki from X Japan. The drummer, pianist, the main songwriter. They sold easily over 30 million copies of records. Next, you have Hyde, who is the lead vocalist for Liak and Ciel, or the Rainbow. Sorry, my French sucks. But they have been around for decades as well, probably sold nearly 30 to 40 million records. Sugizo, who is the lead guitarist for Lunacy, again, around for ages, and they've sold, gosh, I actually don't know the number, but millions. And then you have Miyavi, who is a Japanese guitarist. He is a producer, a songwriter, even an actor. If you guys remember, he actually starred in the movie Kate on Netflix along with Band-Maid. And if you know even a little bit deeper into, Band-Maid mythology, he is actually Miku's favorite guitarist, and she would love to play with him, so maybe there's a chance. Anyhow, these 4 got together, formed a supergroup earlier, maybe a few months ago. I think maybe like September or so, around there. And yeah, they're now coming to the States. They released a single on YouTube. It's called The Last Rockstars. You can look it up. And in 5 days, it's already racked up about maybe 1.5 million views. So I know that there are some of you who are thinking like, what? Why is Band-Maid playing for these old guys? And I think that's a very Western-centric way of thinking, a very Western-centric point of view. And I think what we tend to do, at least in America, is that former legends are now has-beens, and we kind of treat them as such and kind of disregard them. Oh yeah, they were great then, but now whatever. But I think it's a different story in Japan and in Asia. The culture is different. And there is this concept of legacy, of having made an impact, and that kind of carries throughout their years. Um, the idea of senpai and kohai, 선배, 후배, if you're Korean. But that is something that is very strong and rooted deeply in tradition and is still here now in Japan. So the way that Band-Maid looks at these artists is with the absolute utmost respect, not the way that maybe Westerners would disregard them and blow them off. And at the same time, you have these artists who look at these younger performers who do try to help. Now, who's helping who? I think they're helping each other. The Last Rockstars will be helping Band-Maid, not so much overseas, because there aren't that many people, I think, who really know or care that much about these performers, these artists. But in Japan, I mean, they made a huge impact. And again, that remains unchanged. They're remembered for that, and they're respected for that. So it will raise Band-Maid's profile in Japan, and it will help to get them more respect in the industry and to be even more, just again, by word of mouth, people will know who they are. People will know who Band-Maid is because they have performed with these, again, legacy artists. So don't be so quick to disregard them, even if their music isn't quite your thing. Now, how exactly does Band-Maid help the Last Rockstars? Or was it the other way around? Now, Band-Maid can help the Last Rockstars by being Band-Maid, playing in the States. Because I'm sure a lot of you who heard the news earlier today are like, oh my God, I need tickets. So could the Last Rockstars fill the seats of Hammerstein Ballroom and the Palladium by themselves? I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I would say unlikely. But Band-Maid, they have a proven track record now. They filled seats all across the nation, and they'll help to do that again on those dates next week and on the 10th. So it's a mutual benefit. It's very much symbiotic. And, in the music industry, you got to help each other out a little bit. You got to sort of build each other up and really help each other to get on some good solid footing. So again, I wouldn't disregard the Last Rockstars if their music isn't your thing, if you don't know who they are, if you think they're old, because again, it's a different perspective, I would say. And now, before this gets too long, I do want to say that if you look at the dates, February 3rd to February 10th, there's like about a week of nothing for those girls. And if they're going to stay in the States, during that time, someone who's very special to us is having a birthday. And that is Saiki. Saiki is having her birthday on February 8th. And it seems like she will be in the States. So what are they going to do? Are they going to have some surprise show somewhere? Are they going to show up at the Tommy Burgers on Rampart in LA? I don't know. I really don't know. But it's exciting. The news today really kind of broke the rules. There's nothing really, I mean, aside from the set dates in Japan and sort of the blocks of time in spring and then in August for shows in the States. I mean, they can go anywhere and you never know what might pop up, really. They might stop by Mexico. Again, I said that before, but I wouldn't be surprised if they stop by, did a show with The Warning. Maybe The Warning does a show with them in LA. Maybe Canada. Who knows? Maybe they'll swing by Australia when they have some time. There are so many options now because they pretty much said, okay, here's our book, and they kind of tossed it out the window. So it's really, really exciting. They've broken their own rules. Band-Maid is in the Thunderdome. Mad Mincho is ready to throw down with anybody, Um, and all hell's gonna break loose in the best possible way. So I'm pretty excited for this year even more with this news because of what it entails. And what about you? What do you think about this news? I know a lot of you are disappointed, but this was a very last minute thing. There's no way that this was planned like months ago. The way that this all kind of just, I don't want to say it was totally last minute, but I would say it's more last minute than not. um, but yeah, what else do you think is going to happen? Throw down any possibilities, comment below, and check out not just the Last Rockstars video. I'll put the link in the description below, but check out the bands, X Japan, Le Arc-en-Ciel, Lunacy, Miyavi. You might like their music, you might not, but in Japan, they are legends, and there's reason for that. So anyway, all respect to those artists, all respect to Band-Maid, and I hope for all of you guys who are really hoping that Band-Maid will swing by your place. I do think 2023 will be primarily two-pronged, just the US and Japan, to really continue to build the momentum they built last year and not take their foot off the pedal, but also to build their fan base in Japan, because again, this is their home. Their big show is in Japan. It is at Yokohama Arena. And unless 13,000 overseas fans fly on over, there's going to need to be a lot more Japanese fans who are filling those seats. So I think that's what their goal is. All right. With that, I went way over, way over what I expected to. Maybe I got a little bit too excited, or I'm just tired. But thank you guys so much. I hope your week is going well. It is down in the 20s Fahrenheit. Celsius, it's like -3, -4. Some parts of Japan are just snowed in. People stayed home. Lucky them. I had to work. Anyhow, stay well, be healthy, continue to listen to Band-Maid, cheer them on, and if they're not coming to your neighborhood anytime this year, don't lose heart, don't get pissed off, be patient. They've got work to do, and they do have a plan. So, all right, thank you again so much. This has been Peter from MNN with this crazy and wild edition of Breaking Newsgate. Oh, and this wonderful painting art is from Philip Ebrel, from the UK. He gave this to me as a gift, and thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I will frame it as soon as I can. Okay. All right, that's it. Thanks. Bye, guys.